Battle Through the Heavens God, the Flame Emperor Chapter 241, A Terrifying Increase in Spiritual Power. Xiaoyan felt that the donghua deep in his body swelled rapidly, and he was overjoyed immediately, and then without hesitation, he sat down with his legs crossed in the center of the forbidden water bridge. Sitting down cross-legged, then closing his eyes, he carefully felt the changes in donghua in his body. At first, when he knew about this Do Formation Master, Xiaoyan knew that if this Do Formation Master was cultivated, it would also greatly increase his battles, but even though he had been trained, there was no way to cultivate, which made Xiaoyan quite confused for a headache. At that time, the identity of Do Formation Master was like an embroidered pillow, which made Xiaoyan quite anxious. But it's different now. After getting the Shendong natal inscription to absorb the spiritual power above the forbidden water bridge, donghua also swelled up. Breakthrough. Xiaoyan also gritted his teeth and persisted. Although this pain is undoubtedly a heaven and an earth compared to the time when donghua was opened, it also made Xiaoyan suffer. So it is no wonder that Xiaoyan is like this. At this time, after the Shendong natal inscription absorbed the mysterious spiritual power above the forbidden water bridge, Xiaoyan's brain was also in chaos. The Shendong natal inscription had just returned to the Nigong pill in Xiaoyan's body, and Xiaoyan's body became quiet. The spiritual power was also pulled by the power of the Shendong natal inscription, and it was impacted by the small Nigong pill everywhere. Go! Boom boom boom. Intense pain buzzed in Xiaoyan's mind, but no matter what the movement of donghua was in his body, Xiaoyan gritted his teeth and persevered, because Xiaoyan was more eager than anyone else. Power, and at the same time know better that this is the only way to gain power. With the passage of time, donghua swelled up, and the spiritual sea that was originally Zhangxiu was also expanding rapidly, and in just a short period of time, it expanded into a space of dozens of meters. Before Xiaoyan was overjoyed, he immediately controlled the magic movement natal inscription to run quickly. 4,000 ways. 5,000 ways. 5,500. Originally, Xiaoyan was able to condense 3,000 core inscriptions, and it would not be a problem to deal with the 3-star Dode. 5,500. This is a qualitative change from the previous 3,000 core inscriptions. If the previous ones were only able to condense 3,000 core inscriptions to deal with the 3-star Dode powerhouse, at this time Xiaoyan was already able to condense 5,500 core inscriptions. These are 5,500 core inscriptions. Even Xiaoyan, a powerhouse at the level of a 5-star Dode, has the confidence to fight. At this time, Xiaoyan, who was sitting cross-legged, couldn't help laughing. He never imagined that the terrifying spiritual power on this forbidden water bridge would be swallowed up by such a coincidence. However, Xiaoyan also understands that if he hadn't possessed the magic movement natal inscription given by some mysterious old man, his mind would have been attacked by the terrifying spiritual force on the forbidden water bridge, and he would have become a part of the white bones in the river in the forbidden waters. Fortunately, Xiaoyan succeeded. Xiaoyan was also excited at this time, not only because the Nigong pill in his body swelled several times, but more importantly, the magic movement natal inscription on the Nigong pill in his body was only a quarter of it. A quarter? If 4 runes are gathered, and then the real magic movement natal inscription, then its power. Xiaoyan also laughed. It seems that there will be an additional task in the future, to find the other 3 parts of this magic movement natal inscription, but this matter is not anxious. After all, it will be a long time. It's really comfortable. After getting his Nigong pill to expand several times, Xiaoyan felt an indescribable sense of relief all over his body. It is said that a really powerful battle formation master turns his hands into a powerful formation. It not only has the power to overturn rivers and seas, but a powerful formation master is also a king. He treats the enemy as if he were a slaughterhouse and slaughtered at will. I remember that there was once a powerful Do formation master. In order to save his lover, he used his own strength to fight 10 immortal Do warriors, and countless Dode warriors. Guess what happened later? The Golden Dragon King also said with a smile at this time. Could it be that which battle formation master won? Xiaoyan was also surprised. That's right, which battle formation master won. And it was very easy to win. One-handed formation is to trap countless Dode strong, and the other is to trap 10 douxian strong, so as to deal with 10 douxian in the formation, easily defeated 10 immortal fighters. The Golden Dragon King said casually. Those are the 10 immortal fighters. Xiaoyan also shrank his pupils tightly, obviously looking in disbelief. Hey, don't think it's impossible. In the hands of Dou formation masters, the real power lies in the formation. The stronger the formation is, the more powerful it is, but it also requires the caster's huge spiritual power. And there is one more important one. That is, the Dou formation master is invincible in his own formation. The Golden Dragon King also said slowly. Invincible. Xiaoyan was surprised. Xiaoyan also knew the meaning of the word invincible, if it was invincible. Yes, invincible, in a sense, invincible, because the battle formation division is the core of the creation and control of the formation, so if you fight in the formation division is in an invincible position. The Golden Dragon King also said slowly. Okay, don't be too ambitious, the road is to go step by step. But you're a blessing in disguise. Let's go. The Golden Dragon King's voice also said slowly and comfortably. Xiaoyan also nodded knowingly when he heard the words, because Xiaoyan just felt that if it wasn't for the appearance of his magic move birth inscription, then his master, the Golden Dragon King, would definitely take action to solve this terrifying problem. Spiritually powerful, he immediately glanced at his master, the Golden Dragon King, with a little gratitude. Although there are many things that his master Dragon King will not tell Xiaoyan, but Xiaoyan can feel the invisible concerns of his master Dragon King. Although Xiaoyan doesn't say it, he remembers everything in his heart. After hesitating for a while, Xiaoyan also slowly moved forward with heavy steps. With the increase in mental strength, it was much easier to walk up the Forbidden Water Bridge, and there was no other force restraint on the Forbidden Water Bridge, so Xiaoyan came to the end of the Forbidden Water Bridge very easily. Just as Xiaoyan fell, the Forbidden Water Bridge disappeared instantly. Is there no way out? Xiaoyan helplessly smiled bitterly. Go. The Golden Dragon King also floated out in the form of a soul at this time, and then his golden pupils stared at him tightly. Xiaoyan also raised his head again. Xiaoyan raised his head and found that after passing through this strange black river, the ghost energy here seems to be quite thin, and I don't know why. Strange, why is there a constant sound? Chapter 242, All parties are moving. With the milky white flame and red light rising from his body, Xiaoyan moved forward slowly, his dark brown pupils looking around from time to time. Far away from the brown river, Xiaoyan also found that the water in this river is very clear, but the white bones in the river are too conspicuous, and ordinary people can't stay here. At this time, there was a faint cry of crying in this space, but unfortunately it was not real. Xiaoyan activated his flame mantra and walked towards the depths of the space, where there was a huge rock. It's just that no matter whether Xiaoyan uses powerful soul power or spiritual power, he cannot perceive the inside of that huge rock. Immediately, he had to give up, and then carefully looked at this space. This space is quite large, the radius should be hundreds of meters in size, but after the Forbidden Waters, there is a rock stele several feet high at the edge of the space, and there is a slight glow on the rock stele. Not far from this stele, it is the bottom of this space, but there seems to be a strange cry from the stele. Xiaoyan gently suppressed his footsteps, in order not to make a sound. His speed was extremely slow. At this time, Xiaoyan was getting closer and closer to the stele, and there were many beads of sweat on his forehead. Obviously, with the information Xiaoyan knew, the stele in front of him was most likely the place where the twin ghost emperors were suppressed and sealed. The twin ghost emperors are one twin, but even if it is half of the twin ghost emperors, Xiaoyan is quite afraid. After all, whether it is the cold pool or the twin ghost emperors in this town ghost well, they are too powerful for Xiaoyan. Strange, how can there be an extremely terrifying ghost in this stone tablet? When the distance was close, the Golden Dragon King, his master, also murmured. Could it be the twin ghost emperors? Xiaoyan also said solemnly. Impossible. Although the ghost chi of the twin ghost emperors is strong, you should carefully sense the stone tablet in front of you, the Golden Dragon King said decisively. Oh. Hearing that, Xiaoyan was also investigating. With Xiaoyan's exploration, the stone tablet about 10 meters away from Xiaoyan also became brighter. After the stele became brighter, Xiaoyan was also surprised to discover that the ghost energy in this space was also extremely thin, so thin that it could be ignored. This steel is so terrifying. With Xiaoyan's powerful soul power, he naturally knew that following Xiaoyan's investigation, the steel also seemed to wake up, and then devoured all the ghost energy in this space. As the whole body of the steel became brighter, a breath that seemed to have awakened from the prehistoric times. Why is the ghost in this stone tablet so dignified? And this seems to be a little different from the ghosts we encountered before. It seems to be a bit like the Soul Clan aura on Dochi continent. Xiaoyan also said in surprise. Be careful, we'll leave if something goes wrong. The Golden Dragon King also became vigilant. Yeah, Xiaoyan also responded, and after speaking, he slowly walked towards the stone tablet. Why did someone break into the sealed land? Shouldn't be. The door of the seal is the joint seal of the three uncles. Inside a pavilion, Hudu's voice also became solemn. Obviously, they have some unique methods to investigate this sealed land. Once someone steps into the sealed land, they will know it as soon as possible. Damn it, I hope it's not. From the ghost world. Wu Zhong also said solemnly. Wu Zhong had participated in the previous battle of the ghost world, and he was very clear about the power of the twin ghost emperors. Moreover, Wu Zhong also knew that this point-grabbing competition has only been over in 5 days, and this ghost has not made any movement. Too quiet is often a sign before a storm is coming. Can't wait, call. Who are in charge of this competition to enter the corpse forest? Half of the twin ghost emperors at Hanxi have broken through the seal. As for the Yin corpse forest, the twin ghost emperors must not be allowed to break through the seal. Otherwise, when the two merge into one, it will cause a huge storm in Arsu in 3 days. After Wu Zhong finished speaking, he also waved his hands, and a gray light instantly shone on the periphery of the infernal corpse forest. This is into the forest signal. Could it be that the ghosts inside have broken through the seal? No, with the person in charge of Wujiang here, nothing will happen. Let's go first. There are constantly people talking outside the infernal corpse forest, but without exception, they are all in charge of this point grabbing competition. Go. After Wu Zhong finished speaking, he also flew up with a dignified expression, and then walked towards the entrance of the Yin corpse forest. Yeah. Hudu also responded, and then chased after him. As the two left, some ghosts appeared on the many crystal in the pavilion. From this appearance, it was obvious that the ghosts were looking for something. It's another. On the second floor of the infernal corpse forest, piles of hills made up of humans were also piled up. Muller is also exceptionally brilliant. Now he is commanding the ghosts in the ghost world, as well as some mainstays in the Red Mountains and Red Valleys, which makes Muller swell. Go ahead, this time our goal is to participate in all the contestants of this point looting competition. Let's sacrifice these ignorant humans to our Lord Ghost Emperor as a celebration of breaking the seal. Muller also smiled strangely. Go. The ghost beside Muller also looked at each other and then disappeared. It's just that there are many humans in the place where Muller is. They are slowly falling asleep, but without exception, every human being has a dark chain on his body. Obviously, the dark chains contained an extremely terrifying atmosphere, which firmly imprisoned these contestants. At this time, there are still 5 days before the end of the points plundering competition, but at this time, the inner corpse forest is already chaotic, and the same scene is staged in countless places. The men in black covered by black cloaks kept attacking and sneaking up on the contestants who participated in this point plundering competition. Ability, let the man in black carry away. Xiaoyan's little bastard. This time, I will definitely let you die without a burial. Susu. Muller also laughed strangely. It's so terrifying. Xiaoyan couldn't help but be surprised when he felt the terrifying aura above the stone tablet. The aura on this steel is a ghost, but Xiaoyan has fought so many battles with the Soul Clan on the Dochi continent, and he will not mistake the Soul Clan's aura. This steel is clearly the Soul Clan's aura. This important discovery reminded Xiaoyan of the ghost of the secluded spring he saw in the cold pond, and it seemed that it was also the body of the soul. There should be some connection between this ghost world and the Soul Clan. Xiaoyan also wanted to understand who is trespassing in the forbidden. Chapter 243, Soul Monument. Who trespassed in the forbidden area? The ancient and terrifying voice also echoed slowly in the space. At the moment when this voice appeared, Xiaoyan also felt that the douqi in his body had stopped flowing, and there was even a brief absence. At this time, Xiaoyan was already a powerhouse in the early stage of the 4-star Dode, and his soul power had also reached the peak of the Emperor realm. It was enough to make Xiaoyan feel this short-lived absent-mindedness, and even to solidify his douqi, which is enough to explain the horror of this steel. I came here only to hear that there are some treasures here, so in order to borrow something. Xiaoyan also said respectfully, "Do you know that this is the place of sealing? There is an illusory figure in the stone tablet, but the power of the illusory figure is that even Xiaoyan is quite afraid. The figure in the stone tablet is quite terrifying power. There are voices in power. Yes, and this junior also knows that this is the place where the twin ghost emperors are sealed." Xiaoyan also laughed. "Now that you know, just stay." A voice also came from the stone tablet. Just after Xiaoyan said the twin ghost emperors, Xiaoyan clearly felt the power of the figure in the stone tablet instantly became stronger. Obviously, few people knew the secret of the twin ghost emperors. If ordinary people knew this secret, if they guarded this stone tablet, or destroyed, dead people don't tell secrets. Then an inexplicable force radiated from the stone tablet and attacked Xiaoyan. "Haha, did you ask me if you want to kill my disciple?" A roaring voice from the Golden Dragon King also echoed in this mysterious space. Afterwards, the soul body of the Golden Dragon King also exudes terrifying power, making the entire space golden and brilliant. Golden Dragon King. There was also a burst of surprise from the steel. As for the power that just radiated from the stone tablet to attack Xiaoyan, it was easily shattered by the golden brilliance of his master, the Golden Dragon King. Master is really strong. The attack in the stone tablet just now is logically comparable to the full-strength strike of a 5-star Dode, but it was so easily shattered by his own master, the Golden Dragon King. Xiaoyan also looked at the stone tablet solemnly, as if the sound of crying was emanating from the stone tablet. 9 Soul Steel, thank you for recognizing me. You actually attacked my disciple. If there is anything wrong with such a good seedling, then... The Golden Dragon King also appeared above Xiaoyan's head, and then snorted coldly, with a lot of dissatisfaction in his voice. "Golden Dragon King, you were chased and killed by the 3 immortals of the ghost world, but you didn't die." The voice in the stone tablet was also full of disbelief. "Hehe, of course I'm not dead." The Golden Dragon King continued to snort coldly. "It's true that God bless my human world." The stone tablet was also extremely excited. "Don't talk so early. The ghost world and the devil world are not to be underestimated. What's more, there is a demon world that is eyeing." The Golden Dragon King also said condensedly. "Naturally, we don't need to worry about these things. There are talented people in the country." There was also a gratifying voice from the stone tablet. "By the way, I wondered how this human boy could have your breath before, I thought." There was also a voice from the stone tablet. "This kid can be considered my disciple now." The Golden Dragon King also smiled at Xiaoyan and said, "What about Tuashi and the others?" The stone tablet also continued. "Reincarnation." The Golden Dragon King spat out 2 words softly. "It's so serious." There was also an extremely unpleasant voice from the stone tablet, and there was some anger in the voice. "Okay, let's not talk about this for now. I believe you also know the purpose of my visit." The Golden Dragon King also laughed. "Indeed, there must be treasures under the ghost town, but I'm just a little bit of the strength of this human boy. There are also some unspeakable hidden words in the stone tablet. You can rest assured about this. Although this kid is quite weak now, there is no doubt that his potential is infinite, because he and Tuoshi are both practicing flame mantra. The Golden Dragon King also said slowly, and he didn't continue talking after he finished speaking. Some words have already been said very clearly. Flame mantra. The stone tablet was shocked, and an aura from the ancient times was also exuded. The gray energy instantly swept Xiaoyan's body at a speed visible to the naked eye. "Don't be afraid, I'm here." Just when Xiaoyan's body had some changes because of these gray energies, the gentle voice of the Golden Dragon King also slowly entered Xiaoyan's mind. As the gray energy appeared on Xiaoyan's body was also slowly attached to the flames instantly, and then the innermost part of the body, flame mantra, slowly burst out, as if attracted by this gray energy. It's really flame mantra. There was Also a very surprised voice inside the stone tablet. It might be fate. The thing here was taken by that guy Twashi before, now it's his turn to come first. It's really one link after another. There is also a slightly vicissitudes of life in the stone tablet. That's all. Boy, remember, I am the Nine Souls Monument, which is designed to suppress powerful ghosts in the ghost world. Besides me, there are 8 monuments, but the ghosts they seal are getting stronger and stronger. I do have extremely precious treasures here, but whether you can get them depends on your luck. A voice slowly came from the stone tablet. The younger generation should make some modest contributions. Xiaoyan also clasped his fists with both hands, and said respectfully towards the stone tablet. Although Xiaoyan didn't know the power of this ghost, the 9-soul steel that sealed this powerful ghost for thousands of years has saved Suan 3 days from many disasters, and this is worthy of Xiaoyan's respect. Haha, what a humble little guy. That guy Twashi still looks the same. He can see people so accurately, even though Twashi also came up from the power of breaking through the plane on the continent of Dochi. The stone tablet clearly remembered something. Cough, cough, cough. The Golden Dragon King also coughed lightly when he heard the words, and then his eyes hurriedly winked. Okay, let's get down to business. This treasure depends on your fate. But before that, we still have to resolve the matter of the twin ghost emperors. Otherwise, if the treasure is really taken away by you, then just relying on my strength will not be able to suppress the twin ghost emperors. The illusory figure in the stone tablet also said. Seniors joking, this junior will naturally add a little power. Xiaoyan also laughed. Although Xiaoyan knew that the people in this steel would treat him like this, it was largely because his master Dragon King was related to his master Twashi, otherwise, his fate would also be related to the white bones in the river. There is no Chapter 244, Girl in the Monument. I don't know how to resolve the seal of the twin ghost emperors. Xiaoyan also asked in doubt. It's also simple to say, the twin ghost emperors are one twin, and they are divided into 2 parts. Yingxi and Xian form the twin ghost emperors in the ghost world. However, the evil yin in the cold pool is quite weak, and it is only used as a foil among the twin ghost emperors, while the evil yin in this town ghost well occupies a dominant position. There was a slightly vicissitudes of voice in the stone tablet. Also sounded. Xiaoyan frowned when he heard the words. Obviously, although the evil spirits in the cold pool had broken the seal, they were not the twin ghost emperors. It will be a bloodbath again. But it's strange. The evil in the cold pool is the body of the soul. Even if the seal is broken, the threat is not big, but the evil in this ghost well is the body of a human. The mysterious figure in the stone tablet also said. Yin evil is actually the body of the soul. Xiaoyan was also surprised. Obviously, although he knew that the evil power in the cold pool was not weak, it was comparable to the strength of the 6-star Dodi in Wujiang, but in Xiaoyan's perception, this evil spirit is quite similar to the Soul Clan aura on Dochi continent. Human body. But before Xiaoyan was surprised, the voice in the stone tablet also echoed in Xiaoyan's mind. As we all know, human beings are the masters of all things. They not only have extremely high wisdom, but also have unique advantages in cultivation. All these are enough to show that the status of human beings is high among all things. The human body. It's a little troublesome. The Golden Dragon King also muttered, apparently not expecting that the twin ghost emperors in this soul-suppressing tablet are actually human. The difference between humans and the ghost world is that humans have bodies and souls, while ghosts in the ghost world are entirely composed of souls. The human body. Could it be that it have something to do with the cries in this soul-suppressing tablet? Xiaoyan also thought carefully. Yes, speaking of this evil yin's life experience is also pitiful. There was also a regret from the stone tablet. I'll leave the rest to you. The last sentence of the steel disappeared without a trace, but Xiaoyan could still vaguely feel that the mysterious figure still existed in the steel. Xiaoyan also calmed down a little, and then said softly to the stone tablet, "Come out, I can hear your crying." As Xiaoyan's words just fell, an extremely terrifying ghostly energy suddenly emerged from the stone tablet, and then a beautiful shadow drifted to Xiaoyan. A faint figure slowly appeared beside the stone tablet. Xiaoyan took a closer look, and this appearance turned out to be a young woman. The shawl's long hair slightly covered half of her face, and it was vaguely seen that the woman was still pretty good-looking, very shrewd. The two dark eyes on the woman looked at Xiaoyan, and then at the ancient ruler of eternal fire behind Xiaoyan, with a hint of doubt in her eyes. The woman in white said in a slightly surprised whisper, "You can hear my cry, aren't you lying to me? I can really hear your cry. I just don't know why you are crying here." Xiaoyan also asked softly. The woman in front of him is, in one sense, a part of the twin ghost emperors, and in another sense, she is an ordinary human woman, so Xiaoyan also spoke with confidence. "For so many years, I have been crying here. But unfortunately no one has ever heard it. I didn't expect to meet someone today who can hear my voice. It should be thousands of years, it's really a long time." The woman in white sighed softly. Xiaoyan looked at her steadily, his soul power and spiritual power alternated with each other, carefully probing her body. In the end, what Xiaoyan got was that this woman in white was very strange. She didn't seem to be a soul body, but a real body, a human body. However, under this seemingly cowardly body, Xiaoyan vaguely detected the existence of an extremely terrifying ghostly aura, which contained a hint of spiritual light. According to Xiaoyan's analysis of the information from his investigation, she is not an evil spirit or a ghost, but just a woman who was used by the twin ghost emperors, Xiaoyan. It is impossible for ordinary people to possess such a terrifying ghost. In this case, there is only one possibility: this woman may be the incarnation of the twin ghost emperors. Master, this woman. Xiaoyan also used his soul power to communicate with his master, the Golden Dragon King. After all, this kind of thing involved too much, so Xiaoyan had to be careful. In the ghost world, most of the ghosts exist in the form of souls. They continue to cultivate with the help of the ghostly ghost in the ghost world, in order to get rid of the darkness of the sky as soon as possible and regain a new life. In addition to practicing hard, there is another way to be reborn, and that is to find a human body. As long as the human body is compatible with his own soul body, then these ghosts can also rely on powerful cultivation. The human body is taken for itself. It's just that although the world is big, it's harder, like finding needle in a haystack, to find a human being that fits your soul body. And if you find it, according to the character of the ghost in the ghost world, it will definitely not retain the human soul and thoughts. This woman is obviously not in line with common sense. The Golden Dragon King also said in a deep voice. So, there is only one possibility. Then go, this woman has reached some kind of agreement with that terrifying twin ghost emperor. Or maybe there is something in this woman that makes the twin ghost emperors fear. Xiaoyan also woke up like he was enlightened. That's right. The Golden Dragon King said in agreement, and felt some relief in his heart. This kid is finally. After figuring out the identity of the woman in white, although Xiaoyan did not show hostility on the surface, he was vigilant from the beginning. This woman in white should have a soul body with twin ghost emperors and evil yin in her body. Moreover, the body of the white-clothed woman should be quite compatible with the twin ghost emperors, and the combat power she will exert at that time will be extremely terrifying. And although there is the existence of the Golden Dragon King of his own master in his body, his physical quality is undoubtedly insignificant compared with his master the Golden Dragon King, so the strength must not able to exert 1/2 of 10. Forget it, take a step by step. Xiaoyan said in his heart, and then he looked at the woman in white. Xiaoyan asked, "Why are you here? You said you've been here for thousands of years. Why don't you go out and stay here and cry instead?" The woman in white smiled lightly. "I said that I was here because of my slaughter and was sealed by humans who claim to be righteous. Would you believe me?" "I don't believe it." Xiaoyan also said indifferently. His tone was extremely dull. "You. Interesting." The woman in white also laughed, and her smile was very charming. "Actually, I also want to leave here, but unfortunately I don't have that ability. Because every time my soul force or body wants to fly 10 meters away from the inscription, there is always a strange barrier that blocks me back, and I can't get out. Countless failures have made me realize that I can't get out. That's why I cry here alone." The woman in white also shook her head. "For thousands of years, I have been solving this matter. The only possibility is that there is something hidden in this stone tablet. Unfortunately, my ability is low and I can't find out anything. Seeing you today can be considered a fate. I have something I want to ask you for help. Do you want to?" After the woman in white finished speaking, She looked at Xiaoyan with some Chapter 245, The Request of the Woman in White. Xiaoyan looked at the stone tablet and found that there seemed to be a body in the stone tablet. Then he looked at the woman in white in front of him, and said softly, "There are indeed some strange things hidden in this stone tablet. It is because of this. The stone tablet just came down. As for what you need my help with, you can talk and I'll listen, and I will help you if I can." Xiaoyan also said casually, "After all, although this woman in white has something to ask for from herself, she can't say too much, otherwise, when the time comes." Moreover, Xiaoyan also vaguely felt that the things in this stele were not simple, and there would be a lot of battles at that time. The woman in white looked at Xiaoyan with a strange look in her eyes, and asked softly, "It is said that people turn into ghosts after they die, but in the human world, ghosts have always been disliked by people, and they are often favored by those cultivators use false rumors to describe them as evil demons, and everyone sees them and executes them. But why didn't you deal with me when you saw me for the first time, knowing my identity? And I can feel that your heavy ruler is very domineering, and there is something in it that restrains me." When Xiaoyan heard the words, his brows were also furrowed. Obviously, Long Yi was the only one among the ancient rulers of different fires. These twin ghost emperors could actually be restrained by Long Yi's power. However, Xiaoyan was not too surprised. After all, he did not come to fight this woman in white. He looked at her and sighed softly. There are all things born, and among the 7 realms, ghosts are also included, but the world generally doesn't understand it. Once attacked by those ghosts, all the ghosts are said to be broken, but that's not the case. Even if it is a human being, there are also countless evil people. Right and wrong, good and evil, we have to rely on each person's own judgment and eyes to judge. You can't just listen to other people's gossip and judge right and wrong. As far as I'm concerned, as long as it's something I can see, it exists, it's just a different form. Why don't you tell me if you need my help?" The woman in white showed a trace of gratitude in her eyes, and said softly, "If one day in the future, you meet a man named Muse outside, tell him something. You tell him that the oath of the past has passed, let it pass. The former woman named Yuxian has left him. I want him to forget all that. If he asks, don't mention me, just tell him that the soul is broken, the story is past, the person is far away, the eyes are full of blood and tears, and the face is red. That's it. If you're willing to help, I'll be grateful." In the white-clothed woman's hazy eyes, a faint mist of water seemed to conceal her deep affection. Muse. Why does it sound familiar? The Golden Dragon King also thought a little. Xiaoyan looked at her and sighed, "Don't worry, I will help you find out about that person in the future. It's just that thousands of years have passed. Is he still alive? Is he dead?" The woman in white shook her head gently, looked at the sky slightly and said, "No, he won't die. He must still be alive in this world. I remember when I first met him, he was a little Taoist priest. I will always remember that scene, but unfortunately I didn't know how to cherish it at the time. I remember the moonlight at that time. It's unbearable to look back on." When Xiaoyan heard this, there was a trace of indifferent sadness in his eyes, and he sighed slightly. There are many things in a person's life, which need to be kept in mind and slowly recollected. After speaking, I can't help but think of Kaelin and Sunur. That taste is not only sweet, but also bitter in it. Don't regret the past, look forward to everything. After Xiaoyan finished speaking, he also felt that the aura on the woman in white had also stabilized. The ghost chi was also temporarily suppressed. "If you can help me, but I have this concern, it can be considered that I have a request from you. I know the purpose of your coming here. But how can the twin ghost emperors be suppressed so easily?" The woman in white laughed slightly to herself. "Who knows what will happen in the future? Now wait for me to see what's inside this stele. Why is it that you have been trapped in it?" Xiaoyan ignored the self-mockery of the white-clothed woman, and gently landed in front of the stone tablet. Her whole body was milky white, her eyes shot out streaks of flame energy, her soul force was close to the stone tablet, and she was quickly exploring the secret of the stone tablet. Just as he approached the stone tablet exuded an extremely repulsive force, causing Xiaoyan's whole body to tremble slightly. Taking a look at the woman in white, Xiaoyan said softly, "The aura on your body contains the seal energy inside this stone tablet, so it is impossible for your body to leave here. This steel has a vague power of restraint that can bind all souls and bodies of primordial spirits. And you belong to this range, so you have been unable to get out. My soul power is also trapped in it. It's a very strange thing. The woman in white sighed softly. For so many years, loneliness has been with me all the time. I'm used to it. If it wasn't for my worries, I might be very satisfied with this kind of life. To meet you today is also a hope for me, and my heart is satisfied. As long as you can go out and help me understand that wish, it doesn't matter if I stay here forever. Xiaoyan looked at her, and his heart slowly took in her words. Turning his head, Xiaoyan slowly approached the steel. Xiaoyan approaching the stone tablet ruler, the stone tablet suddenly emitted a red light, blocking Xiaoyan 5 feet away. The red light was very strong, and the strong aura forced the woman in white to hide far away and did not dare to approach. It's just that at the moment when the red light appeared, an extremely terrifying ghost energy appeared on the woman in white, as if she was protecting the woman in white. A dazzling power burst out in Xiaoyan's eyes instantly. The milky white light around his body rose sharply, and he fiercely fought against the red light. For a time, within the mysterious space, the black river water in the forbidden waters was instantly shaken, flashing with different brilliance, very beautiful. At the same time, two powerful forces confronted each other, forming an incomparably powerful momentum, sandwiching colorful brilliance, and instantly shot straight into the sky in the space. Damn it! I don't believe in this. Evil. After Xiaoyan finished speaking, he also started to burn through his own operation, and the even greater power was also fighting against the red light in the stone tablet. Little boy, that's not bad. You can actually let the host of this twin ghost emperor suppress the hatred in his heart. Not bad, not bad. The mysterious figure from before also slowly emerged. Senior, this is a familiar voice came from Xiaoyan's mind, and this voice was not the words of his master, the Golden Dragon King, or the mysterious figure in the stone tablet. The cloudy moon is almost here, and this woman is coming to an end. Hey, the soul is exhausted, the soul is broken, the heart is dead, the ghost emperor is born. Several familiar words also echoed in Xiaoyan's mind.
Hi. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get updated on my latest video. Thank you for watching.